Hey guys, it's me again, Orc Slayer with us. Where we last left off. Well, Deku was just turned into evolved. Smooch it. Anyways, he was turned into evolved by Alex Mercer, and now he's on his way to the Yellow Zone. He is still freaking out about how he's one of them now, is what he's going through his head. And as he's just readjusting, coming down from what they're saying is shell shock, considering everything, they expected him to be more resilient, but considering he was literally abandoned there pretty much by himself, it makes sense why he'd be. So as he's adjusting to his life, and he's just alright, gotta keep going. As he's walking down the street, he looks up, just because he has this feeling. He looks up and sees Alex standing there. He starts freaking out and just starts running no. And this is during the nighttime, I would say, not the middle of the day, because Mercer would be seen instantly. Deku's running, and he's just whoa, kid, watch out, as he hops over a fence and just keeps running. He's go. As he turns around to see if he's still behind him, he's okay, back up. As he bumps into something on his back, Alex Mercer is just boo. He's okay, man, listen, I don't want any trouble. It's well, seemed you adjusted too well. He's what did you do to me, man? I already told you 3 times. It's a gift. Not many could withstand it to such an extent you have, Izuku Midoriya. It's yeah, I know it all about you. Listen. I gave you this. And I need your help. He's what do you need my help for? It's Black Watch, as he gives the speech, pretty much a very similar speech that he would give to Heller, saying that Black Watch is corrupt and they planned the whole Mercer virus thing. Saying that, and he wants to stop him, but he'll need his help. He's what about all the other guys? I've seen them. They almost tried to kill me. It's yes. The one you killed, well, he was a brash one. I didn't infect him personally. Others can infect others? Yes, well, of course. Anyways, what I need you to do is that there's a military base. I've gotten some information that Black Watch is attempting another test run, as you would say, on some civilians. You need to go there and put a stop to it. He's how do I do that? You're superhuman, kid. You're far beyond superhuman. Though you're not on the likes of All Might, you're far exceeding any other hero at the moment. Even you may even give Endeavor a run for his money, if you learn to control your abilities. He's okay, man, alright. And remember, I'll be watching. So he jumps off into the night. He's wait, where? Before he goes, he's where do I go? Boulevard Avenue, blah, 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 blah. Just make up a random address and sends him on his way. He's alright. And he's and before he goes, Alex Mercer's take this. He's what? It's a mask and a hood. You'll need it. Now go. He's alright. As he starts running, he runs up a building and starts gliding. Alex Mercer, as he's looking as Deku's sort of gliding away, he's the kid's a fast learner. Hopefully he'll be here to the end. As Deku's running along these buildings and makes it to the test site. Right now they're releasing an entire, just a singular brawler, similar to the mission that James Heller would be doing. Except for the fact that this is a more... It's just... how do I explain it? You know what? I say instead of it being a test, Alex Mercer says that Blackwatch is transporting a few creatures and that they may accidentally get out and that they need to kill him. He's putting that job up to Deku as he's like, oh, why me? You're the new one. Gotta hit you with something. He's like, and if you don't do this, sorry, but I may have to go after your parents. As he's like, don't you dare touch him. He's like, really? What are you gonna do? As Deku throws a couple of punches real quick, Mercer dodging them and grabbing his arm and then like giving him like a hitting him with his pretty much an open hand hit, like a palm attack. Sending Deku rolling. He's like, I'll get going. Having the same thoughts that roll up and giving him the jacket. Alex Mercer like, as Deku reaches to this convoy, looking over, it's like, let's see, a couple of Blackwatch members, and there's a few scientists. Those must be the kennels. How do I deal with this? As he's looking down there, he sees that he looks for someone who may be important. As it's like, as he with his enhanced hearing, he listens in, and it's like, so you're the only one with, ironically or very luckily, so you're the only one with the access to those things. Yep. Thankfully, and thank God they're all like hand scans. So let's hope these people can keep us safe, eh? It's like, yeah, alright, now get back to work. As Deku gets down there very stealthily and also making sure to check his surrounding, as then he consumes the guy, trying to see, like, think. He sees everyone else do it, and he's seen Alex do it at least once or twice. When, like, he was going on his rampage, he did, like, consume a few, like, couple guys, and he saw the other Evolved doing the same thing. So he's like, how would they do it? As he pretty much just tries to focus and just sort of goes on instinct as he's like concentrating a bit, and then just does it to the guy, absorbing him and turning into him. He's like, what's the... As he has the whole flashes that they would normally get. As he's like, what is this? Running it, having it run all the way through his head. And it's like, Blackwatch testing seems to be going exceptionally well. Hopefully it can be weaponized and subjugated in a few years. Thank God New York was the perfect testing ground. A lot of people in the military have gotten more involved recently. Blackwatch is still the primary contenders for this. Is like, hopefully they don't screw it up. Then, like, they really are behind it. As he like looks around and then puts his hand in there and quickly walks away, as it's like, the thing's loose, as several Blackwatch soldiers are trying to get under control, but there's only around 4 of them. So as this thing cuts through them and the other scientists, the thing comes rushing at Deku as he punches the thing in the face. As well, he doesn't punch it in the face, he grabs a bench that would, like, or some like a lab equipment or whatever, grabs it and smashes it right in the face. Well, yeah, and I said this was a convoy, did I not? Indeed I did. In the meantime, like, they have stopped where they're about to test the subjects, as you would say. Forgot to add that little detail, my apologies. They stopped to, like, start getting the equipment and such set out, so that way they can test it. As Deku is fighting this thing, he grabs a lab, like some lab equipment, smashes it in the face. As it's trying to recover, takes his hand and jabs it right forward, right into the eye. As then he starts ripping and tearing, like rip and tear. He starts absorbing it, and that's when he gets the claws. He's like, oh yeah. As he's like, huh. I thought like some of the Evolved had these, but I didn't know I could do it. Or get this. So he gives him a few slices, like, and like starts like doing like karate chop motions, I guess. As he's like, these will be useful. As then it's like, Blackwatch respond as he hears it on the little thing. He's like, oh shit. As he starts running, getting out of dodge. As they approach as a Blackwatch team responds, it's like, whoa, man. What happened here? I don't know, but stuff went down, as you can see. It's like, indeed it did. Anyways, let's go search around. Let's see if we can find anything. Does any look around? Nothing. It's like, maybe a hero dealt with this, or it could be one of those evolved freaks. It's like, yeah, probably. Anyways, let's report back to Red Crown. This will be interesting to them. Deku runs away and gets away. His shirt is like this jacket that was provided to him is covered in blood now. He hasn't yet figured out that he could change his appearance. At least, yeah. Oh, sorry. As he gets home, he just like sorry. I'm sorry. As he's like running away and has reached a safe distance, Mercer's like, well done, as he's like walking on a building. You did well. And it seems you got a new ability. Execute it perfectly. I didn't even have to show you how to consume. He's like, I just went off instinct. Like, yes, there you go. That's how you're supposed to do it. On instinct? Yes. Now, listen, when you do this, focus. Alright. Now get home. And kid, do you know how to change all that? He's like, I was just gonna throw it up. No, can do. That'll be your outfit for now. And it's like it looks like a nice jacket with a hood, and it's a mask, you could say, to hide his face. It's like, focus and just think about changing your clothing. It's like, alright. It's like, I want my old clothing. As then, like, he loses a jacket and such. And the jeans are no longer stained red and such. I'd say that's where he wears his jeans. It's like, whoa. It's like, alright, kid, now get out of here. I'll find you if I need you for anything. In the meantime, consume and get stronger. Target Blackwatch and infected alike. Like, yes sir. And stop calling me sir. It's Mercer. Don't even try to say it. Mercer, sir. See why I don't want to call me Sir Mercer? Or just call me Mercer. Yes, sir. Yes, Mercer. As then he jumps away, gliding. He's like, well, Heller should be done with the thing. As he then goes to meet off with Heller. Meeting up with him. And he's like, did you get it done? And I'm trying to remember through all the games. Through the game is that Mercer turns James Heller. James Heller goes throughout consuming and such, gaining strength. He does not know of Deku at all. As he continues to wander, do his thing while Deku does his. And they start hearing reports. And more evolved have apparently appeared. Recent Sergeant Heller has been turned and is currently attacking facilities, researching cures for the whole thing. It's like, man, come on, more evolved, they're running amok. They need to be stopped. Can you believe this, Inko? Yeah, I can't believe it. As they looked at Deku, what do you think? He's like, I don't know. Trying to keep calm, he's like, I have no clue. Maybe they're trying to accomplish something or whatever. Maybe they're just another group of psychos. Maybe. So he gets all quiet and he's like, Deku. It's like, sorry. I've just been thinking a lot lately. Hey man, hey Deku, I know it was kind of traumatic, but it's okay. You won't ever be back there again. It's like, hopefully, yeah. Well, I'm gonna go work at the gym. It's like, alright, Stay safe, Deku. He's like, always will, Dad. Always will. As he leaves, he gives his mother a kiss on the cheek. Bye, Mom. Goes down the stairs and such. Heads to the gym, and he starts using his, like, normal training regiment. But it's not doing anything. He's just lifting it very quickly. But he's like, alright, remember, take it easy. Take it easy. They don't know what you are. If they do, they'll kill you. So as he starts, like, taking it more easily, making it look like he struggles. Like, feel the burn, Deku, feel the burn! As he's like, yeah, Marcus. Breathing in and out very rapidly. As then they get to boxing, Deku's like, oh crap, how do I? As he like tries to act more like he's still like Deku, without having the enhancements from the evolved or the Mercer virus. Him holding back his punches extremely, but he's putting force into it, but not enough to make him think, where did that come from? It's more along the lines of, it'll hurt when you get punched by him. He's like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, 4, 1, 6, whatever. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Right 1, right left, right 3. So as he's going through this, he finishes his workout. It's like, thanks, Marcus. Have a nice day. It's like, no problem, kid. Have a nice day as well. As when he's leaving, he runs into Jefferson. I'll say that's the one who is trained by Marcus. Ah, Deku, it's been a while. It's like, yeah, hey Jefferson, how have you been? It's been good, We've gotten certain areas under control, but other areas are starting to run amok. Your dad's been a big help over there in the red zone, keeping a lot of areas contained and such. It's very good for us. Like, yeah. Well, have fun with your workout. I was gonna go for a walk. It's like, alright. Stay safe, kid. Stay safe, stay safe, Jefferson. Yeah. As he's walking away, quickly runs around and says, like, should he? As he's transformed, well, morphs into his, like, evolved outfit, you could say, and starts running on buildings and such, and gets onto like a top building, looking like, where's the place? As then Mercer's like, hey, he's like, whoa, trying to think of a place to go. He's like, yeah, well, there's a couple places. Over that way, there's a facility researching a way to manipulate the virus. Over that way, that's where a nest is. And over that way, well, that's just a large thing of Blackwatch personnel. It's like, which one are you gonna do? He's like, I'll go with the nest. I think that would probably be the more important one. It's like, good choice. I don't know what lives down there, so you could be running into a whole heap of trouble. It's like, you want help? He's like, no, I'll try. It's like, alright, kid, stay safe. As then he goes gliding away. It's like, he is terrifying. As Deku's running away, he lands. At this point, Heller is tearing through Blackwatch and through that facility looking for a way to manipulate the virus. It's like, that ain't so tough. Continuing with the storyline, Deku going into the gore nest like, alright, so how should I do this? Looking around, he's like, so looks all around and just sees, alright, there's one. As he brings out his claws and starts slicing through the evolved, well, not evolved, but the infected, trying to absorb some of them because he knows that he gains something from it, but he doesn't know entirely what. So he starts cutting through them and absorbing the ones he needs to after he gets damaged a little bit. Cuts through them and consumes them. So he runs through, he looks in there and it's just like, Jesus, this place is massive. As then he sees a couple of brawlers coming charge at him. He's like, alright, let's do this. rushing forward, jumping, and then sort of doing that whole powered up kick. He throws his kick down, causing him to like ride, like as a brawler had jumped on him, tried to jumps forward, he kicks into it and starts sliding on it, takes his claws and starts pretty much opening its rib cage, causing that thing to die and consuming it. He then takes the arm that isn't consumed, takes it and sort of whooshes it up right into the head of another brawler. As then for the final one, he slices around the jaw, jumps over it, and then just rips off the head, pulling out the spine and everything. He's like, how am I doing all this? I know this is just crazy, but still. He's been trained to fight, but he didn't know that was in him. As then he just starts tearing through more and more and consuming more and more. So he's like, oh. As he starts feeling, I believe it's called the excess amount of mass is that you can cause it to do one of those explosions. As he does that, I forget what it's called exactly, but he charges it up and then just unleashes it, causing the nest to be destroyed. As Blackwatch has responded to this, as he did have to go through one or two Blackwatch soldiers, feeling bad for killing them, but he knows that it needed to be done and that he couldn't get in here without killing them. As Blackwatch has sent a helicopter, several squads of Blackwatch. As he jumps out of there, he's like, whoa. Landing on the ground, it's like, stay there, freak! As Deku rushes forward, slicing them and trying to not kill them, but just knock them out. But some of them he does have to. It's like slicing them to ribbons. It's like, I'm sorry, but if I don't, Mercer may kill my family. It's also another motivation. Yeah. Because he doesn't know if Mercer wants him to just go out and full on kill all the Blackwatch or what. Like, he has no grudges against them. All he knows is that Mercer, the Blackwatch, are apparently bad guys. So, I don't know. As then the helicopter's trying to shoot at him, he grabs a car that was left and then charges it up and throws it, crashing into the helicopter, causing it to crash. And she's like, Jesus. As then several more vehicles, and I never understood this, but why don't they have like Humvees or something like that? So as a couple of Humvees come rolling in, just blasting away at Deku, he jumps away. I just got a bit of hair in my mouth. Ugh. Using his superior biology, he just starts hopping away. As he manages to get away for a moment, before a couple of heroes are like, stop there, villain. As he looks at him, it's like, oh Jesus, it's one of the evolved. Like, hey, let's get him down. Maybe Blackwatch will pay us or give us something extra. As they come rushing in, one has the ability to pretty much fly, in the sense that they have angel wings. Just put it at that. No, would it make sense? No, I'll say the fat kid that was with Bakugo. They have dragon wings, I would guess, would be the way. Another person can grow claws. Not the same extent of Deku's, but it's just like claws. So this one's like flying above them, and he has a gun. He's taking shots at Deku, and he's like, stop, I do not wish to harm you. It's like, then give up. As the one with claws and another one with I guess you could say strength, comes rushing in and trying to grapple with Deku. Deku's like, stop it before we fall. It's like, then give up. As he's like, I'm sorry, but I can't do that. This guy being equivalent to one of the super soldiers that you would face in the video games. Pretty much throwing his punches and such. Deku's like, I'm sorry. So he stabs into him. He's like, oh, what the... reaches down, going to grab Deku by the head, but just gets his arm cut off and then ripped apart. It's like, I'm sorry. As in the heroes are like, what the hell? As the guy with dragon wings just keeps on blasting out at him, he's like, you son of a bitch! Rapid fire shotgun. The guy with claws is slashing, trying to get him. Deku's like, I'm so sorry, you forced me. She then takes the claws, ramming it up into the guy's center, picking him up and throwing him. So the guy with dragon wings like, lands to get a better shot and just starts blasting full front. Deku trying to like get away, but then just like sort of falls, like making this guy like, yeah, that's what you get, you freak. Deku then taking his claws, not calling him freak, but calling him, that's what you get, you little bastard. So weak and useless. Well, not weak, but you're so weak. It's surprising that Blackwatch has this much of trouble. Man, he might as well be useless. As he says that like brings back some repressed anger. He's like, useless Deku. Remembering what Bakugo used to call him a bunch and torment him. He losing it, lunging. He is usually mentally stable, but in this sense, like, he's had a rough couple of days. Give him a break, sort of thing. As he lunges for this guy and just consumes him without a second thought. He's like, as he's like covered. As then he starts feeling a different mutation. He's like, what the? As then the wings sprout from his back. It's like, what the? So he like flaps them around, and now they're all evolved like. Very big and very powerful. And they're that like orange, blackish glow. Like the reddish, blackish glow. He's like, this is new. And he like jumps up and starts flapping. Like flying. And I'll say that he can use multiple different appendages at once. Like Alex Mercer. So he starts flying. It's like, I didn't know I could do this. As he's like up in the air and flapping his wings, people are like, look at that. As like, is that Alex Mercer? As like, Alex Mercer, repeat, Blackwatch, Alex Mercer. In area 221B. Start flooding the area now. Several helicopters coming flying in. Deku then rushing and then crashing into the ground. Not teleporting, but disguising himself as, well, as who he is, runs away, comes out of the sewer in a safe hiding place. It's like the sewer. Dang it, we lost him, boss. He went into the sewers. It's like, damn it, we almost had him. Listen, they're hampering our efforts extremely well. As they're like talking with a thing. We almost had him. The military and people are starting to freak out now. They just saw Alex Mercer flying with giant wings. Some people are saying, is he the devil? With the whole, how he looks, kind of demonic, I would say. Would be my guess. Or is he like a demon or whatever? As you're like, no, he must have a quirk or something. That can't be it. As Deku's running away and gets away. As he returns home, like, later, it's like, hey, Deku, where did you go? It's, nowhere. I just wandered around the city. Hey, did you guys hear what happened with, that Alex Mercer thing? Oh, yeah. Apparently he killed several heroes. It's tragic, ain't it? It's like, yeah, it truly is. Well, I'm gonna head to bed. Been quite the day, you know. It's like, well, sweet dreams, Deku. As he goes to bed. Later at night, like, well, Inko and Hazashi talk a bit more. I'm kind of worried about Deku. He seems different. And I'll say this takes over a span of a week. It's like, he seems different, you know? He seems, like, very scared. He was, like, pretty much almost killed in the red zone. Like, no, but something else. Like, something else has been bothering him. I feel it. In my gut. It's like, oh well. Believe what you want to believe in, Co. I think he's fine. I just think he's shell-shocked. As he's sleeping, he gets a knock on his window. It's like, huh? As it's just red eyes he sees, he's like, what the? It's like, shh. Alex Mercer is in the dead of night, creeping into this kid's window. It's like, he points up to the building, up to the roof. He's like, alright. As he puts on some, like a pair of, well, he has gym shorts, I guess. Going up and just like, alright. Mercer, where are you? Like, here. Sitting on, like, that little, the entrance to a roof. He's like, so, saw what you did today. Or heard. And he's like, I'm not mad. They forced you into that predicament. It's their choice. Now, as for the other thing, apparently some people got recordings. You got wings? He's like, yes, show me. As he then, well, turns into his normal outfit and grows the wings and the claws. He's like, he can use multiple of them at the same time. That's a good thing. Not many can do that. Requires a lot of concentration. But I just did as a spur of the moment. Well, with those, if you ever want to, fly over to the red zone and start consuming. Feed yourself. It's like, we don't have to eat them, do we? Oh no, we don't have to eat. We don't have to, like, consume them. As far as I know, at least. We don't have to consume them to eat. We don't have to feed on them. We just, if we do it, we get stronger. It unlocks possibilities for us. He's like, okay. Like, did you know I once tanked a nuke to the face? I think it was a nuke or a very powerful missile. I'm not entirely sure. I never did complete the first game. I just watched the playthrough of it, though. I played it quite a bit, though. Him, like, really? Yep. One of the other first of my kind, as far as I know. He tried to eat me, thinking that he could survive it, but instead I ate him. It's like, oh. Anyways, you did good today. You cleared a nest, took out a few squads of Blackwatch, and you took down a couple of heroes. Shows that you're getting stronger, Deku. Continue to get stronger. I'll have need of you in the future. Now go rest. It's like, thank you, Mercer. No problem, kid. You're like, As then another evolved. Really? Seems he's taken a liking to the kid. What can I say? He reminds me of myself. It's like, well, anyways. We got more reports. They're making more improvements and trying to find out. They're increasing their activity in the red zone. Doing quite well, Blackwatch. Hisashi Midoriya has also been a big part of that, and the quirk users. Like, indeed they have. Well, try your best to slow their progress. Let's hopefully we can do more and more. It's like, yes, Mercer. And he says this, touch that kid or his family, and I'll kill you myself. He's like, don't tell anyone else about him, understood? He's like, oh, everyone already knows about him from the news, but nobody knows you did it personally. Aside from, well, the ones that were there that day, and that includes me, and like 3 others that survived. The other two got themselves killed. They were pathetic. Well, I wasn't the one who turned them. Wasn't that the other 3 that did it? He's like, yeah, you got a point there. Anyways, boss, we'll get on this right away. Ensure you do. As then he leaves, Deku going back and then sleeping. And this is where I'll be ending it off. I think that's a nice place to end it off. Anyways, hope y'all have enjoyed this. Hope y'all continue to enjoy this. I hope y'all have a nice day, nice night.